Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It's always a pleasure to be here and be together with not only like-minded individuals, but like-soul individuals. What I mean by that is this. On June 25th, 1996, it's the day that I remember most in my life because it was the most impactful day for me. I was bucking some wood with a chainsaw, and the chainsaw kicked back and went through my throat. And through that experience, I died. I literally left my physical body, went to the other side, and came face to face with not only God, but something that I call infinite intelligence, which God to me is a great word, but it really doesn't do justice for what and who and the reason for infinite intelligence. It's all energy. Everything in life is all about energy. And when I died, I was only dead for 2 or 3 minutes. But I literally left the physical realm and entered the spiritual realm. Now, when I say I left the physical realm, it was not me body, it was not me mind, it was only me spirit, it was only me soul. And I literally came face to face with Source, which was the most amazing energy. It's the energy of what infinite intelligence is, which is energetic perfection and perfect love. When I was over there, I did not want to come back. I did not want to come back because what is down here in this physical realm is not the energy of energetic perfection. It is not the energy of perfect love, but it is the controlling energy of fear and negativity. And that is what we, as our human existence of mind, body, and soul, are controlled by. It is what we, as who we are of mind, body, soul, follow. My most recent book, Awaken the Force, one of the things that I did was I had the opportunity to interview about 100 other individuals who had had near-death experiences, individuals who had died. And the amazing point that came out of these interviews with people was that none of them wanted to come back. Because over there, on the other side, it's what our soul knows to be true. It's what our soul is. Our souls are threads of Source. Our souls are threads of infinite intelligence that have been recycled, for lack of a better word, over and over again, moving from the physical realm into the spiritual realm. Out of the spiritual realm, back into the physical realm. Completion of their life purpose here in the physical realm, off again to the spiritual realm. And every time that our soul enters the spiritual realm, it is re-energized by Source, exactly as I was when I died. And it is that re-energization that is the food for our soul. It's like the gasoline in a car. How far can a car go without any fuel in it? Well, it's the same thing for our souls. Our souls need to be refreshed, need to be re-energized, need to have our energetic gas to survive and come back for another round in the physical realm. Now, when our souls, and I actually had a chance to present for the first time a workshop here in January, and the workshop was called Awaken the Force, Unleash Your Quantum Consciousness. And there was one gentleman who was in the group who challenged me on awakening the force. The force is our soul. And he said, well, our soul is always awake. Of course it's always awake. Our soul is infinite intelligence. It is a thread of infinite intelligence. And when our souls are here in the physical realm, it's like they're in hibernation. I couldn't come up with a better analogy of our souls other than when they keep coming back into the physical realm, they're hibernating, they're within us. We are made up of a mind, a body, and a soul. And of those three, the energetic source that drives us or leads us is the mind. Okay? What we do in life is a result of us satisfying our mind. Okay? Every time our soul has come back into the physical realm, it has been in hibernation, for lack of a better description of it. It has been entrapped. It has been enslaved within us, within our bodies. It is the spark, it is the thread of infinite intelligence that we all have. But it's been entrapped because of our energetic component, or our mind, that leads us. And when I met infinite intelligence, when I came face to face with infinite intelligence, it is nothing but energy. Every little bit of energy in this life is following the infinite intelligence plan for life. Does that make any sense to people? Everything in life is energy. But every little bit of energy follows the master plan that infinite intelligence has for life. And in that 2 to 3 minutes when I was dead, I was like being zinged. It was like I was in a game of laser tag. Does anybody know what laser tag is? You go out and the laser hits you. Well, that's what was happening to me. Infinite intelligence was downloading me with laser tag like zings. And those zings were hitting me right between my eyes. Even though I had no body, I knew that they were hitting me right between the eyes. And those zings revealed to me what every single soul knows, because every single soul is source. But it revealed to me what the purpose, the massive transformational purpose of life really is. And very quickly, I'm going to, just in one brief sentence, the Coles Note version, describe what that is. And that is this, is that ever since the very beginning of life, science calls it the Big Bang, religions call it creation. Whenever that in the beginning moment was, it's the same point in time for what science has determined and for what religions have determined. That point in time was the beginning. And that beginning was the beginning of the conception of life. Because the master plan of infinite intelligence that was revealed to me is that life is just moving towards the unleashing of the energetic body of infinite intelligence. That from the very beginning of time, this universe, has been like a fetus in the womb, gestating towards its ultimate birth. When was that beginning of time? Science says it was 13.75 billion years ago. Some religions say, well, it was 6,000 years ago. It doesn't matter when it was. It was the same point in time that was the beginning. This universe, and this universe is but one cell on the massive, energetic body of God, of infinite intelligence, that will be birthed. This universe is that lead cell. There are another 100 trillion similar universes to what this universe is, that in their totality will make up the energetic body of Source that is about to be birthed. From the beginning of time to a moment in time that just happened very recently, and that moment of time was on December 21st, 2012, life, the body of life of Source, has been gestating exactly the same way as after conception, a fetus will gestate in the womb. What happened on December 21st, 2012, which the Maya calendar knew was a very, very important moment in time, was that the completion of that energetic fetus of life was finished. At that moment in time, the energetic birthing process of the body of life of Source began. And that's exactly where we are right now. We are at the most incredible time in life, because over the next 70 years, infinite intelligence will be activating and unleashing itself through us, where our our soul will no longer be in hibernation. We as individuals will no longer be energetically set up as a mind, a body, and a soul, but we will be re-energizing ourselves or changing ourselves so that our energetic disposition will move from mind, body, soul, which has always been for all the other life experiences that you have had, to soul, body, mind. And what's going to happen over this next 70 years is there will be a huge energetic shift. Because when the body of infinite intelligence is born, or of God is born, the only thing that can be on that body is the energy of Source, which is what our soul is, which is what infinite intelligence is. And over the next 70 years, there are going to be significant changes that are going to happen. The biggest being a transformational change in the energetic disposition of life on Earth, where we as individuals, as our soul awakens, as our soul reactivates itself with Source, as our soul becomes Source, as we become a soul, body, mind individual, where we are literally Source, and that is what is leading us. That is what is going to trigger the energetic change that is about to occur over the next 70 years. What our minds has basically done is it has allowed ourselves to be energetic slaves. Every single person on this planet, I can't say every single person, but certainly the vast majority of people on this planet are addicted. We are addicted to the energy of fear and negativity that is controlled by money. Okay? As our energetic disposition of mind, body, and soul exists, we are all slaves to that energy of fear and negativity that does not exist over on the other side, that is only in the physical realm, that is controlled by money. And the amazing thing that I still just can't comprehend, because it's so amazing, is that that was all part of the plan of infinite intelligence. That the energy of fear and negativity that survives today was meant to be here to act as, quote, a devil's advocate, so that the energetic birth of the infinite, the body of infinite intelligence can occur. What is going to happen over the next 70 years is that we will no longer be slaves to that energy of fear and negativity. We will no longer be slaves to money. We will be infinite intelligence individuals. We will be infinite intelligence individuals, and this is why every single soul is here in this incarnation. We will be infinite intelligence individuals that will transfigure onto the infinite energetic body of Source. There have only been 4 individuals in the history of mankind that have ever transfigured. They are Christ, Moses, Elijah, and Buddha. And what I mean by transfiguring, our souls have always transfigured. Our souls have always gone through from the physical realm to spiritual realm, physical realm, spiritual realm, physical realm, spiritual realm. But the reason why every single soul is alive today is to complete the journey that it has had since the beginning of time in all of your past incarnations, and that is to transfigure your body and your mind to be part of that infinite intelligence, energetic body of Source that is in the last throes of its energetic pregnancy of birthing itself. It took me 18 years to put together what I was downloaded with in 2 to 3 minutes while I was dead. Because when I came back into my body, when I left the emergency room, and I remember looking down and seeing my body. But when I came back the opposite way. I came into the emergency room, and it was like I was at the top of the room for just a split second, and I slowly lowered myself beside my body and entered into my body. I woke my eyes up, and there was the physician who said, "Okay, it's okay, he's fine, he's back." But I came back. I know that the purpose why I came back was to help awaken the souls of humanity. To help awaken their souls of humanity to the reason why you are back this time. Why you are back in the body and mind that you are presently at. And that is to transfigure yourself from a soul, body, and mind perspective to be on the infinite, energetic body of Source forever. That is why I came back. That's why I survived. And it's just been such an incredible journey for me along this way. I learned so much during this time, one of which was that our souls have different ages. For example, there are souls that are first-time souls in the physical realm. There are souls that are young souls in the physical realm. There are souls that are adolescent souls. There are souls that are working souls. There are souls that are retired, and then there are the last-time souls. And it's the last-time souls that have gone from the physical realm to the spiritual realm, from the physical realm to the spiritual realm, so many times that when they hear this, what I'm saying to your soul, I'm not speaking to your mind, I'm speaking to your soul. But when your soul hears this, it starts bubbling up, it starts waking up, because it knows that this is who it is. It knows this is its purpose. This is why it is here for this incarnation. And it's been such an incredible journey for myself during those 18 years. It's like I was in an energetic apprenticeship program for these 18 years, because before I died, I was as left brain, as money oriented, as status oriented, as stuff oriented as a person can be. And I know that people have near-death experiences so that their soul can get back online as to why it's here, as to what its purpose is. And I had gotten so far offline that I needed to die. I needed to physically die and go to the other side. And of those 100 people that I interviewed for my book, every single one of them knows that the reason that they are here, that the reason that they came back, is to do what it was that they were told up there. For myself, the only reason why it has become so clear for me, the only reason that I can think of is that my near-death was only 2 to 3 minutes. So it was like a brief timeout I had while I was out of my body. The interesting thing about all the other people that I interviewed is that 75% of them were female, and 40% of the deaths were by drowning. Or by drowning.
Oh, drowning. Oh.
Yeah. Mine was the chainsaw going through my neck. But every single one of those people who have died, they were all told the same thing when they came back, and that was, you have to go back. I did not want to come back, trust me, because the only thing that's over there is the energy of energetic perfection and perfect love that our soul knows. Every single one of our souls is that energy. There are some that are young, some that are here for the first time, some that need to rebel, some that may be sociopaths, psychopaths. Those are your early souls. Those are your first-time souls. But as the soul perfects its journey of existence, of why it's here, it develops. And that's why it's the last-time souls and the older souls that are resonating with what I'm saying as I'm talking to your soul, because they know it to be true. And over the next 70 years, there's going to be incredible change that's going to happen. And the most significant of those changes is the re-energization of money. Because money is a tool of the dark forces that controls us. As I say in my book, it puts us in our energetic mind prison. All of us are in an energetic mind prison that we don't even know exists. We are limited because of money. We are limited in what our potential is. We are absolutely limited. And every time our soul has been in a life experience, for whatever body your soul was previously in, it was subject to that limitations of your mind. Okay? Your soul has always been in hibernation in all of its past incarnations. But that is the change in this life experience through you. Because you, every single one of you, go home, take a look at yourself in the mirror, and what you see is the absolute energy, the absolute reason why your soul has lived every single past life. Because it was to create you exactly as you are right now. Because it is you, not maybe exactly as you are right now, but as your best in life from birth till now, that will be a part of the infinite energetic body of Source. That's why we're all here. And I get goosebumps every time I have the opportunity to speak to people about this, because these next 70 years are going to significantly change, significantly transform life. And the energy, the dark force energy of fear and negativity through money will be eliminated. Because it cannot exist on where life is going. This energy was only here. The dark force energy of fear and negativity was only here for a limited period of time. Granted, it's been hundreds of thousands of years, but it's only a limited period of time. If you look at the life expectancy of a person, I'm talking the first 8.5 months basically, or the first up to the last 24 or 48 hours of conception until birth. Let me put this another way. The energy of fear and negativity has only been here as energy has existed in the fetus, or the energetic fetus of Source. And when that energetic fetus is birthed, that energy of fear and negativity cannot exist. It will not exist. Because it's going to be birthed as the energy of Source, which is energetic perfection and perfect love. The next 70 years are going to have a significant change to the re-energization of money. Because no longer will we have to chase money, but when we shift ourselves from mind, body, soul to soul, body, mind, money will follow us, because we will be conduits for Source. Money will follow us in such a way, and we will just be conduits for it to flow through to us for the goodness of humanity. And that is the significant change of energy that is going to happen over the next few years. But this dark force energy of fear and negativity is nearing its end. In my seminar, I had and I talked about it in my book, there was in 2013, in April 2013, in the country of Cyprus, overnight the Cypriots woke up, and if you had $100 in your bank account, the next morning it was only worth $85. Or if you had $100,000, it was only worth $85,000. Okay, and I had Michelle, she's not here today, I think, but she said, did you know, and I didn't know, but she said to me in my seminar, did you know that the Canadian government has those same laws on the book? Because the reality of the energy of money is this. There are 13 families in this world that control money. And what those 13 families do is they own it's 183 central banks in this world. Does anybody know what a central bank is? The Bank of Canada is a central bank. The Federal Reserve in the United States is a central bank. Central banks are privately owned. Gerald, you could own the Bank of Gerald, and you could tell it to print $5 trillion. And it would go and do that because it's privately owned by you. That's what central banks are. There are 13 families that own every central bank in the world, that prints all the money in the world. And when they print this money, they lend it to governments. The governments then lend it to banks, who then lend it to people. The optimal word is lend. Because Gerald, if you lent me money, who owns what I do with money, with that money?
The person that gave you the money.
Exactly. That is why the central bankers in these 13 families own everything in this world. Ultimately, by law, they are the owners of everything.